Hi there, my name is Mark and this is Pacific Northwest Solar. Our family has a solar array installed at our property in rural western Washington state, on the west coast of the United States. I've been inspired by other YouTubers to share my experience with our solar array and how it impacts my power costs. This video details my results for January of 2025, and I hope it will be useful information if you are considering getting solar at your home. Please also see the link to my separate video that gives more details on our installation, listed below in the description. Here is a picture of the Sense device that measures my power usage and solar energy generation. It is located inside my electrical panel and clamps sensors onto the wires. As you can see from the monthly summary statistics, a total of 988 kilowatt-hours of electricity were generated by my solar system in January of 2025. This month was quite sunny as compared with last year where only 462 kilowatt-hours were generated, less than one half of this year. Here is a picture of our 16 kilowatt ground mount solar array. The solar array is directly south facing in one of our pastures with no trees or other obstructions around it. We have 50 ZN shine panels, rated for 320 watts each, with Hoymiles M300 microinverters on the backs of the panels. These microinverters convert the panel's DC output to 240-volt AC power, which is sent back to the breaker panel at the house. There is only one choice of electricity providers where we live. Currently, the cost of electricity from the grid is the same no matter what day or time it's consumed, no time of use rates. Any power generated automatically goes to usage in the house first, and then any additional is automatically returned to the grid. We get a 1-to-1 credit for each kilowatt hour that we send back to the grid. These credits directly deduct from the power we are charged at the end of the month. As you can imagine, the overall idea is to overproduce in the summer and use the credits to reduce or eliminate the electricity bill in late fall and winter months. I am using the Sense device in my electric panel to track power generated and power consumed, and I have written a custom Python program to capture real-time metrics for the entire system that I save and analyze. Here is a day-by-day chart showing the total number of kilowatt-hours of solar production and house usage. More than one-third of the month had solar production above 60 kilowatt-hours, which is quite impressive for a winter month. The highest solar production day was January 28th, with a total of 66.6 kilowatt-hours generated by the system. Here is a graph of the solar generation and usage, sampled once per minute on the peak solar generation day of the month. The solar generation is a nearly perfect curve, with very little variation over the 9.4 hours of sunlight during the day. Since a total of 66.6 kilowatt-hours of energy were generated for the day, this means an average of 7.1 kilowatt-hours of generation for every daylight hour. This graph shows the per-day overall net difference between the amount of solar energy generated versus power used. Negative values on the y-axis mean that more energy was consumed than was generated. 0 on the y-axis means generation and usage were equal for the day. Positive values on the y-axis mean that more energy was generated than was used on that day. Only one day in January had a slightly larger amount of solar generation than power usage. Not surprising since it is January and there were only about 9 hours of daylight possible. Here's a yearly comparison of solar production, comparing by month, along with a cumulative total for the year. January of 2025 has the highest solar production seen so far, at least one-third more than any previous January. Here's a yearly comparison of energy usage, by month of the year. 2024 remains as the year of the lowest energy usage for January. Looking at the low temperatures in January 2024 versus 2025, I see that 2025 was definitely colder, which explains the additional 10% energy usage for the month. Here's a graph showing the actual amount of money I paid to the power company for each month from 2022 through 2025. The $7.49 bill is for the standing charge to have a power meter, even if no billable amount of electricity is used. The bills in 2023 for the first few months were relatively high because I made some adjustments in electric furnace usage that were causing higher bills. Looking at the remaining credits from my power company, I know the February 2025 bill will also be this minimum charge, based on the remaining credits I have. The March bill will may be pretty low as well, we'll have to see. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up so other people will be able to view this video. If you have any other statistics that you would like to see, please leave a comment down below. Have a great solar day and see you next month.